I like
That was
that.
very nice. That was
Very nice.
very nice.
Well done.
It's the Mystic Four, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The part tonight of Val, who is oftentimes known as Dragonfly Crystals or Next Level Channeling, who is streaming this to her channel. That part is being played by Colleen the Cool Crone. Her link is below. Everybody go over and show your love. We have Allison, Aries Girl Tarot.
Yay.
Yay.
We have Cleo the Seer, who, are you at 900 subscribers yet, Cleo? Do I need to go on another rampage?
And you need to go on another rampage. I'm not even near 900.
Okay. Well,
458. She's at 458.
Okay. So we could we say 500 is a good next?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm going for.
42. So I'm Tarot Stash. Gerald, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do all of those cool YouTube-y things. And please remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. You know better.
Yeah, they know better.
Well, I hope so. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, right now, all of the best chatters are making it in. So I'm glad to see you all here. Thank you. Tonight we are doing, yes, welcome to the Mystic Four. There you go. We're doing some readings tonight, and if you would like a reading, please type it all in caps. You must be present for your reading. And we're going to go around the room and find out how everybody is, find out what's coming up on their channel, and then we will get to the questions. So, Colleen, what have you been doing? What's up?
I have been a busy girl. I have been very busy. We had really a fun time with the 1 year anniversary of Polytarology last Friday. That was really exciting. And unfortunately, we had to cancel. We were going to have a meeting for the new moon on Saturday, but the weather here was just so terrible, and the flooding had just yeah, it was bad. So, but anyway, and I also premiered the whatever I'm calling this show, Visualize a New World or whatever. We did that yesterday. That was I think it was successful. I think it went okay.
It did.
And I've got more Polytarology coming up, and in a couple of weeks we'll do another Visualize New World, and who knows, I may be on with other people from time to time. So, that's what I'm doing.
I think that's great. Thank you. Allison, what do you got coming up?
I have been very busy in my personal life. I haven't really done much. I did just record a general reading for the general collective for the air signs. I'll be posting that probably tomorrow, I guess, hopefully. But I don't know. I'll be a little bit more focused and available probably this coming week. And we're like other parts of the states dealing with severe weather here. So my connection has been a little funky a couple times. We're getting high winds and ice and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Extreme temperatures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Cleo, what do you have coming up?
Well, just like Allison, we've got horrible weather, and today is the first day in a week that it's been above freezing. And I mean, it got like down into the teens and the 20s. And fortunately, we did have a little bit of snow at the beginning of this cold snap thing, but not much. And it's kind of disappeared. So we were still able to get around, but God damn, it was cold. So what I'm doing is the Polytarology on Friday, and caffeinated and unfiltered next Monday. And that's really what for the next week, that's what I've got going on.
Okay. I am just, so if you have, if people are wanting to ask questions, please type them all in caps. I have 2 shows tomorrow. This is my 4th show today.
No, brother.
Can anybody say overachiever?
Overachiever. There you are, Gerald. That's ridiculous. 4 shows in what, in the afternoon? Like,
No, I had one this morning. I did readings at 10. It was fun. So, but tomorrow I have a show tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern with Medium Betsy Palmer and Tanis from Twillo Lifestyle Academy. We're talking about embracing our humanness. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I have a back and forth with Jamie and Gerald that at 4, where we're picking our spreads for Capricorn for the 13 signs and 26 spreads. And then I'm on with Marina on Wednesday. So
yay.
Hearts and Tarot. So everybody will see that. So shall we say hi to a bunch of people?
Go ahead.
Hi, a bunch of people. I'm hoping to. I mean, we've got Vanessa is here, Viviani, Amara, Mora, Starfish Jenny, Shaw Woman. And yeah, catching up. Laura is here. Annie Hamlet. There we go. Got that. Vanessa. We've got people who are being smart mods and putting in people's links. So that's always very helpful. Looking through. Pia's Eclectic Life is here. Hello. Shaw Woman, I got your question. Anybody, if I miss any questions. Lori Huntsinger is here. Karen Doyle. Sarah, I have your question. Martha Bean. Pisces Greeter, TK. Love it. We've got good. See, we have the best chatters.
Yeah.
Jill is here. Thank you. Colleen, I really got a lot out of your Manifest Future show. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thanks for the comment. Thank you. By the way, Gerald, Moira D at 702 had a question. If you want to scroll back up there and see it.
Thank you.
Hi, Martha Bean. I see that you said hi to me, so I'm saying hi now.
You know, I could just give somebody else power to look at this, right?
Yeah. Hers was not in caps.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. Yep. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why I like having these people on, because they are extremely helpful. So, and Martha Bean, yes. KK, I got your question. And Froxy Roxy, Sonia is here. Viviani, got your question. And Untomed Spirit, gotcha. Is that untomed or untombed? Untamed. Untomed. Can you tell I used to work at a library? There you go. Sheila Edwards, thank you. Yes, we do need to explore many things. That is correct, Foxy Roxy. All right. Sonia, gotcha. Fogo Pogo is here, just popping in. Ooh, first Celtic Priestess class. Very nice. I want to know how that goes. Got a hey, Cleo. You already said that, right? So, Fun Boy, we'll see what we can do with that. And Wayne Rich is here. Hello, Wayne. Thank you. All right. Right now we have 10 questions. So I'm going to do the, I'm going to remove that. Check to make sure I'm still. Oh, yes. Yes. And by the way, Hands up for those of you who are on this channel if you do private readings for people. So links are below. You want a private reading in depth? All right. Got it, Amira. So, all right. So we're going to stop the questions. Questions are closed. Thank you for being here. We've got 10. Trying to get through to, I got 11. Delphi Ross is here. All right. Okay. All right. So again, we do these in random order, and we're going to start with Amira. How are people reacting to my change of looks by using subliminals? Say a little bit more about me. Yeah, I don't know exactly what that means.
It's not, the sentence is not built correctly.
Yeah. So, I want to know what that means. I need it a little bit. I need you to expand on that a touch. Subliminals is a type of manifestation. Yes, it is. So are you asking if
Right,
you're...
but the way, right. I think I understand what the question is asking, but it's not.
What do you think it means? See if that goes.
She's subliminally like putting out the suggestion of something regarding her appearance, I'm assuming, and she's wondering how it's being perceived.
Is that correct?
That's what I would guess. Otherwise, I have no idea what that means.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Now, where's that original question? There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so are you...
I still don't.
I'm not sure exactly what that means. So it's like sound frequency on YouTube with affirmation, and you listen to it, manifest what you want. So are you asking how this... Okay. Colleen's already working on it. I can feel it. So basically, how's your manifestation going? Your manifesting going? That I could do a little bit with. So we'll see where we can go with that.
Colleen, what do you got?
I'm just now picking out the cards. Let's see. So, if you're trying to move away from from a certain way that you appeared and move towards something new, you have started the process. I think it's subtle. I think people are not quite seeing exactly what it is that you're trying to manifest. So keep working on it. And when you're manifesting, I don't know you, Amara. I don't want to make assumptions or anything about what you're doing or who you are or anything, but keep working on it. Keep trying to connect to your guides. Keep trying to ask your guides and angels how you're doing and what else you can do, and let them guide you to even stronger ways of manifesting this. Because I think that you can do this, you can affect a change, but I think that these kinds of things are subtle and they seem to go slower than, whoever is doing the YouTube is, of course, telling you that it's going to happen right away. These things don't happen right away, but they can happen. You just have to be
Yes.
very clear in your intention, very, very clear in your intention. And if you're not seeing the results that you really want to see, or that you're not getting the response from people that you really want to get after like a full turn of the moon, then I would say perhaps there's something that you have going on that is blocking that, some kind of, emotional thing or mental thing or whatever. But again, I don't know you. I don't want to say that that's a reason that it may or may not be happening. So I'm just trying to be very careful here and just say, just keep going with what you're doing. It's moving in a positive direction, but it's still very, very subtle. Okay, that's what I have to say.
And I got a very similar thing, and I got it from the beginning, even though I still don't quite understand the question. But whatever, if you're trying to influence somebody else or looking for a response for somebody else, they're not getting it. You got to be more specific with them to enlist a response from them. I don't know if that helps you at all, but that's what I'm getting.
I get the idea. It may be a bit of like a glamoring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Allison, what were you getting?
I get that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve by doing this thing that you're describing, you need to either keep working on this or something similar. I feel like you're going through something right now. You've got something that you're either reflecting on or possibly regretful for. I don't know what this is. I think you were happier either in regards to this or something else in the past. And that's what has you in this space right now that you're wanting to do this thing. And I do think you have more reflecting coming in. But keep on keeping on, whether it's this or something else. 3 of Wands is the overall energy, but everything that else that I said, I feel applies as well.
I think this is with what the 3 of you have said. I have the 10 of Swords. If it's not working, walk away from it. Try something else. You are the Magician. Magicians are extremely patient. So, and it's an important thing to remember. Remember to what is it going to feel like when you achieve that? That is going to help. Use that as you are manifesting that. And they have added, I will keep on doing it. I feel confident. If you feel confident, I think that's a powerful thing to feel.
Yeah.
So that's great. So thank you for being here. We have more people who have come in. Thank you, everybody. And let's look at the... All right. Moira, what spirit guides are around me and what messages do they have for me? And then after that is Shaw Woman and Sarah Hispert. Whoever wants to go first, go for it.
Well, Laura, I see that you have 3 spirit guides around you right now. As far as the messages, they're trying to guide you in a certain direction of whatever you're working on, whatever you're thinking about, and they're trying to get you to understand that it takes a few steps to get to where you feel like you're getting an answer to something, that it's not just a one process thing. It's not just, here's my question, give me an answer. It takes a couple of things that you have to go through. So just feel like you can just follow your guides and pick up bits and pieces and I think you're looking for a certain message, and you will get that. But like I said, it just takes a couple of steps to go through a few things to get to where you're not get to where you're going. To come to some sort of resolution of something that's been on your mind, and that you're hoping that you haven't quite figured it out yet, and the guides will help you with that. And for right now, there's 3 of them. That's what I'm getting right now.
Okay. Thank you, Cleo. Who would like to go next?
I can go. Is it Myra or Mora? Do you know, Gerald, or does anybody know?
I think it's Maura, but I
Mora. Okay, thank you, Mora. I feel like you need to, and maybe you've already done this, but you need to set some sort of plan and action regarding some aspect of your life. I don't know what this is. I had the Chariot try to come out twice in the pre-shuffle, and then it did come out. I have a few cards laying here, but this is the overall energy. There's something here that you are mourning or sorrowful for, or regretful, or something like that, which we all have that to some degree, right? But your guides are wanting you to move on from it. And maybe you're already doing that, or you've started it, but the Chariot's here. This is about, forward movement, taking some sort of action after having gone through something challenging in your life. It's a major arcana. So this, is an actual event. And then, after doing so, I feel like what this last card, this is about figuring out a way to be more willing to bend, willing to see things differently maybe than you used to, whatever this is. I don't know. I'm not going to, we're doing just quick little readings here, but there's something here. 6 of Pentacles. This is about giving, receiving, compromising, being willing to entertain maybe other thoughts. It could be a lot of different things, but it's about some sort of an even exchange. And it's in relation to this thing that you're moving on from, or it's your guides are asking you, suggesting that you do. Whether or not you do, I don't know, but that's what I've got. Page of Pentacles, making a plan and moving forward with it for some sort of change that's needed.
Okay, and it is Moira.
Moira, thank you.
So go ahead, Colleen. Right
Okay.
as she's taking a sip. I went to school for that.
No, I'm fine. Yeah. So before, when I was shuffling the cards, one thing that came to me is that one of your guides has a lot of fairy energy. And I think one thing that you can do, you seem to be working very hard and very seriously at this. So perhaps bringing a little fairy energy, a little lightness, a little fun, a little playfulness into your spiritual work might help to jostle things around, and you may surprise yourself. A little laughter, a little delight is what is called for. But I did also get the 3 of Pentacles. So I agree with Cleo that there's three guides there, and they're all working pretty hard with you. But there's something that you're defending or almost in denial about having to do with those guides. And maybe that's why they're saying, be more playful, lighten up a little bit. It isn't all hard work, and it's certainly not super serious. That the 3 guides are there. 3 is a divine number. When things come in 3s, it's a good flow. It's ease. It's working. It's harmony. And if you're getting messages but unable to accept them and receive them, then maybe that's the serious part. So maybe that's where you need to maybe take a step back and say, well, yeah, I did see, that feather on the ground that was pointing east, or I did see, that cloud formation that told me something or other, or I saw a license plate that had that number that I needed to come up with, or I was thinking about, little signals like that, or what came up in my YouTube feed was something completely different than I usually get. So maybe that was giving you a message. So I feel that there's something that you're resisting with their messages and just feeling like, oh, that can't be it. Well, it can't be that easy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it can be that easy. It can be exactly that easy. But the way that you get the clarity is by surrendering to it and just allowing the message to come in. And then and then you begin a rapport with them that's a little bit more consistent. And I think that's where the fairy energy comes. It is funny sometimes, the messages you get. It
Yes.
is lighthearted. And music can give you messages, and the way you want to move, if you just feel like dancing or something, all of these things can give you messages. So lighten up a little bit, okay? Because I think that the messages are there if you'll let them be there for you.
And she said, thanks, that helps. I feel intuition is blocked. And Colleen, I have to add to what you said, the Four of Cups. You're not seeing what is being presented to you.
Right.
Lighten up in the sense of, I mean, some of the best bits of information that I've gotten are right at, I mean, I've been told them and then I laugh hysterically because I'm like going, oh my gosh, really? And it is like that. Keep going on the journey, the Knight of Pentacles. And I'm also sensing 3 guides as well. And one of them is a bit hippie-ish, sort of like chill, go sit by the, maybe a surfer sort of dude. So I hope that helps, Maura.
Well, and with the intuition being blocked, go ahead, just do something that it does make you laugh. Because when you start laughing, you actually change your chemistry you change your brain chemistry. And that laughing and lightening up really helps opening things up. So that might fix your blockage. It might not, but it's worked for me many, many times.
And put you in a better mood. At least you're not all pissed off about stuff. Not that you're all pissed off, Moira. I don't mean that, but you know what I mean? Like, as soon as you start laughing and lightening up, you just feel better. So there's that.
Very good advice. Thank you for being here. Shaw Woman, Sarah, and then KK are up. I think I saw. And did you all see Fannie Willis strike back at the charges against her? She told them about themselves. Well, okay. And Shaw Woman is asking, would like a general reading, please. And that made Cleo disappear. So it's the extra power. So, okay, she's back. Hi, Rose Blue.
Linda, thanks for bringing that up about Fonnie Willis. Actually, in another show, we went in depth, and I didn't at the time really understand what was going on where they're talking about the guy that she's supposed to be connecting with and stuff, and that this is going to be an interference and it's going to get her kicked off the case or something. That's not going to happen. Don't worry about it. She can take care of herself, and they will look for anything to cause her a little grief, but it's not going to happen. Now back to Shaw Woman. I haven't done anything with it yet, so everybody else go ahead.
Well, I want to go ahead and start because a general reading for you I have is I have the Four of Wands. There's some look for ways to celebrate and to figure out what is helping your energy and what is causing you to what can you celebrate. And then I have the High Priestess. And I also have the Page of Pentacles. If you are working and learning some new things about yourself and your intuition, lean into it and do so with a commitment. Small steps are going to make a world of difference for you. So it feels like perhaps you've been moving toward this. And I think this is coming through, is what I feel. So That's what I have.
Okay.
We've got
I
a
can
couple.
go.
Okay, we've had a couple of people who are asking, and it's like questions are closed, so we've already got all the questions we've got. So, okay, go ahead, Allison.
There's something here that I think you, and maybe you've already done this, but you need to make a decision about something. I think you know on some level what to do. Maybe you possibly have already decided. You need to go with your gut on this. This could be regarding a person in your life. I do have the King of Cups here, but this is something that's either been conflicting you, or it's negative or heavy, or maybe even toxic in some sort of way. I have the Devil here. But there's a decision to be made. You know what to do. And again, I don't know if this is regarding a relationship or not. King of Cups is here. This could be your energy, but I don't know. Yeah, there's something here. And the message here is that you know what to do. You, whatever it is that you haven't done, you do know what to do. Maybe it's just complicated or uncomfortable to do. But this is like, make the decision and just do it.
Shaw Woman said, having issues with committing to a choice.
Yep. Yeah. The Devil, Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, the overall energy, Judgment. And yeah. And it could be, actually, I'm going to stop. I could say more, but yeah. That's what I got.
Procrastination. I got that through this whole thing. And we all tend to do that sometimes. You've got to get to a point of just sitting down and going, okay, I am going to address this, or I am going to find out more about this. I am not going to just keep rolling it over and hoping that something changes that will affect me. You've got to make some changes. Just, I could say stop procrastinating, but that's what I really think you need to do is look into there's something about it you don't want to deal with. So, but you're going to have to eventually. You might as well just do it now. So, again, I stop procrastinating. I don't know. I think that's a goofy thing to say, but that's what I get.
Colleen, bring us home.
All right. So I think that there's a not a maybe a contract or an agreement with another person that's just making the situation seem more complicated than it needs to be, and that's part of what's holding you back from making your decisions. You have thought this through on a fundamental level, and just keep it on a fundamental level. Just make that decision and commit to it. You've got the Fool here, so you're a little bit hesitant for just jumping off the cliff and going, but that's probably going to be the best choice for now. You do have some real fears in this situation, some real considerations that need to be dealt with, but I'm wondering if those fears are also making the decision more complex, and that's what the procrastination is about, because you have a fear that may or may not be grounded in reality. This shows a fear of lack of money, lack of health, lack of time, lack of resources, right? Is that truly what's holding you back? Or do you just feel like it's not the time to make the decision? Something's holding you back. Something's making you procrastinate. It isn't just that, you want to spend your days with your feet up on the couch. You have a real fear there that has to be resolved. And I'm proposing that maybe that fear seems bigger than it actually is. I think you can go ahead and make your decision. And, if it isn't perfect, can you adjust later? Is it such a big deal to just go ahead with the decision? I'm not in your shoes. So maybe it is a big deal if you make a decision and maybe you can't adjust later. But most of the time, we do have an opportunity to make some adjustment in our decisions. So think about that. That might make it a little easier to go forward. I think if you don't make the decision, you're going to find yourself between a rock and a hard place in about 30 days. And who wants to be there? Go ahead. Just
Yeah.
just go ahead and go with your gut instinct. Yeah.
And
Or
I
think
think,
about here where Wayne Rich over here in the chat section said, I would procrastinate, but I keep putting it off.
it's very helpful. Wayne.
Classic.
Yes. Thank you for being here. And I did see Heather came in. Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts is here. Sonia. And so lovely people in the chat. Thank you. And Sarah is here. What do the guides say about retirement for me? Thank you. And by the way, for entertainment purposes only.
So has Sarah not retired yet, or working up to it, or is she in retirement?
I don't know. That's a good question, Sarah.
Because it feels like retirement's going to be a good thing, but I just wondering if you're just
Not retired yet.
not retired yet. Okay, so when you get to it, it takes you a little bit of time to adjust because you're used to doing things differently than that. And you'll find that you're suddenly open to a bunch of things that you haven't been able to do before because now you have time to do them. I don't know if you're into the arts or the arts, any kind of arts, music, dancing, painting, anything creative, that you'll have more time to be creative. And that in itself just makes you feel better about everything. You get to relax because you're retired. So yeah, look forward to it. I hope it's coming up soon because you think that you're not going to enjoy it, and you're a little bit freaked out about I won't have a regular paycheck or something. But no, don't worry about it. You're going to be fine financially. That's what I got.
Yeah. Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
So, Sarah, yeah, I think also you may have some ideas wrapped up with retirement that also mean that you're not worthy anymore, that you're not valuable anymore. But in fact, retirement for you is going to feel like a bird being let out of a cage. You're just going to feel like, oh God, what a relief. I don't have to get up for those assholes anymore and go to my job. And it's going to be, I see there's I don't know if you're married or if you're looking to be married, but there's a King of Cups coming in your retirement. There's somebody who just loves you and loves your energy, but you're kind of spending some of your energy in dwelling on this topic of retirement, kind of fighting it just because you still want to be relevant, you still want to be valuable, you still want to be respected. And you will be all those things even when you're retired. Your job doesn't make that for you. You are very valuable and respected without your job. So it's a new beginning for you. And yes, you should make some plans. You shouldn't just quit your job one day and decide, oh, hell, I'm retired. You should make some plans for it. But I think it's going to be a wonderful chapter to your life. So I would really examine that idea that, am I kind of putting it off because I'll feel like I won't be relevant anymore? Because there's a little weird thing in there that you need to take care of. And once that's taken care of, then focus on that bird being let out of the cage image, because that's going to be you. It's going to be lovely.
And it looks like Sarah said getting married this summer.
Oh, that's the King of Cups. Okay, yeah, that's wonderful. Congratulations. And that too, I don't know if he's retired or if, whatever, but it's going to be just glorious. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah. Allison, what do you have?
Just make sure that you have, and I'm sure you would, make all your decks in a row and all of that. I had the 5 of Cups in the tower on the pre-shuffle. So dramatic. It's tarot, right? So it doesn't mean anything horrible. It just means, make sure you're, well prepared, and I'm sure you would be. Overall energy here, I think you're again very dramatic, the tarot. I think you really want to retire. I think you feel done. I also feel like you're either hurt or unsatisfied regarding something with your job, and that might have been the kicker. There's a decision here to be made. It is stressful for you deciding to do this. Sorry, I pulled a bunch of cards on this. So, but the overall energy is the 3 of Swords again. Oh, so dramatic. It just means you're just disappointed. You're not in it anymore in some sort of way. There's a decision, but it is stressful to make the decision to move on. Hell yeah, it is. Retirement's a big deal. But here in the past, you've invested and planned for this in some sort of way, but I think emotionally you've already moved on from this. And you've got the Hermit here with the Ace of Wands. You want to take this action. You've given this a lot of thought. Yes. And so just make sure you've covered everything kind of thing. And maybe you're able to just retire. You said you're getting married. I think that's awesome. The outcome here, 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands. You will be successful. Just make sure all your ducks are in a row. You'll be happy, all of that. Yeah, nothing amazing here. It's just just make sure it's the right time and you get everything figured out, and look at everything and whatever, whether that's the details with your employer regarding retirement or I don't know what, but they're just, yeah. So yeah, do it. Just know what you're doing, and I'm sure you would. That's what I got.
It's going to be a great marriage, by the way, Sarah. You're making the right move.
Yes.
Happy time.
Yeah, retirement. It's about choices. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I get a little bit longer? Stuff like that. As Colleen said, I like that idea. And notice birds, like birds out of a cage. And then we have the Hierophant, which this is a very happy Hierophant because there's freedom. There's freedom to explore and do what the Hierophant wants to do. Set their own rules. Walk up those steps. Ignore the rules. Do whatever the heck they want. That comes with a caution of is figure out a little bit about how what your plans are initially after you retire. So, look at what you could do next. What's that adventure? Once the door opens, you're going to go on a cruise. You're going to learn how to paint. You're going to learn how to skydive. You're going to learn how to fly a plane. You're going to learn how to do tarot. Overall, it's really, really good. The moon, it's going to give you deeper experiences in the world. I mean, because you have been, I'm stuck on that bird in the cage. You have been sheltered for so long, you're going to blossom. And it's like you're going to get, if you've ever seen the Rose of Jericho, the resurrection flower, it's balled up and then you pour water on it and it slowly opens up and it's this huge thing. It's you're going to take a deep breath and you're going to go, so I wish you the best. So
yes, very much so.
That's great, and congratulations for the marriage. We have a question, Allison. What's on your sleeves?
It's embroidered roses.
Oh, nice. Okay. And Sarah said this was very helpful. Thanks, all. You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome. All right. So next up, we have KK. I think KK is still in here. Then Viviani, and then Untamed Spirit, not Untomed Spirit. So I think I did see KK, right? You want me to do the phone to see if KK's here?
Yeah,
You just want to see the phone.
I do.
KK. Please pick up the white courtesy phone, KK. please pick up the white courtesy phone. All right. KK shared, let's see. Viviani is here. Oh, this is a huge tree with its roots as its hair and branches were full of leaves that fell off as. Who was this and any messages? Well, I'm curious about that. I don't see KK, but I want to answer it because I think some people in the chat might benefit. Vision I saw
Okay.
a profile of a, and KK is here. In a recent vision, I saw a side profile of a chief whose headdress was a huge tree with its roots as his hair. The branches were full of leaves that fell off as that shooting stars. Who was this and any messages?
Well, I'm not sure who it was, but the actual vision that you saw says to me something about that you have spread out, that your roots have gone somewhere, not necessarily into hair, but and that you may be coming to a point where it's where something is ending and something is beginning. And there is a message there, and I'm not quite getting it yet, so I'll let other people read on it, but if something comes to me, I'll let you know.
So the impression, the initial thing that I got is because the headdress, was a tree with its roots. What you're thinking about is actually changing and evolving, and it's actually getting in deep into who you are, into your psyche. And that's actually a really beneficial thing. It is something that has been something you've been needing this for a while, because there's something that is needing to come out. And as it works through you and the way you're thinking, then it also gives you the ability to have more power and more control. I don't know why I'm doing this, but okay. But I'm also thinking that I'm wondering if part of it feels like as these, the leaves are falling off as shooting stars, follow some of those stars and see where they lead. So, Colleen, what do you have?
So I feel that the vision that you had it represents ancestors. So some sort of ancestry to Native American, and you have brought forward gifts and talents and skills from other lifetimes in that tribe or many tribes, and that in the actual vision that you're the chief, that this is you, the tree is you, and the roots of the tree, you're giving birth to many, many, many ideas. And you will have to pick and choose and be discerning about which ideas you follow up on and that you create, but that you can create as many of these ideas as you can handle. The cards that came up for you were really interesting. You've got the shooting stars came up first, and it ends with the lovers. So there's going to be some work that you put in, possibly a new business deal coming up. You got the Ace of Pentacles there. There's struggle with it. That you also have the Five of Pentacles. So there's struggle to put this up, but anything really worth having is worth struggling for, I feel. Because the next card, the Seven of Pentacles, is the person watching their crops grow, watching their ideas grow, watching their business grow, and waiting, almost anxious for the things to come to fruition. And the final card being the Lovers. Of course it will come to fruition. And I feel in this reading, between you and the chief and the tree, that's the Lovers, that's the connection of all of these beings. It's all you, it's all coming from you. So if to get you going on this idea you need to see it as the chief giving it to you, so be it. He gave it, so take it and run with it.
Well, and
Yeah.
the leaves falling off the tree is stuff that you've already completed. It's, it could be seasonal, but you
Oh,
need,
yeah.
don't let that stuff, you're done with that and you're moving forward.
Good one, thank you, that was
Yeah.
good.
Bring us home, Allison.
Oh, KK, so I did ask about the dream. And for me in dreams, I just want to say this, for me anyways, my belief is, and I think we're the only ones that can really interpret our own dreams, but there are some things that I think that are true, and I'm just going to share that super quick. I believe that anytime there's a person in your dream, you are the person, unless it's someone you know, and then they are playing whatever character they actually are. Meaning, so if anybody like the chief, that's you. And the feathers can be symbolic of whatever. And the tree and all of that. The tree might even be you. I don't know, but I just wanted to say that, and that's just my opinion. So just like if you dream about a house or a vehicle, that's you. You're the house. You're the vehicle, unless it's more specific. But the overall energy, Six of Wands, I think that you're triumphing in some sort of way. There's some sort of a success. If it hasn't happened already, it will. Is what I'm getting from this. And this is something that you have fought for, defended yourself for. There was some, a lot of either choices or confusion surrounding it. I have Seven of Cups here, but the outcome is the Two of Cups. And for me, that's about being in agreement. It could be a relationship, not necessarily Two of Cups. I just feel like it's an agreement. It's a coming together. It's on the same page. It's whatever. Two of Cups. It's about coming together and joining. That's how I read the Two of Cups. So I think it's very good. I think it's just showing, something very positive that you've worked for in some sort of way. I don't know if you know what that is as of yet. Hopefully you do. If not, and then just for the heck of it, I don't know why, I pulled from the Literary Witches Oracle and I pulled the Justice card. And this is about getting what you deserve. Which is just a different way of looking at the Six of Wands. You won or whatever. And it's Audre Lorde is the author that's seen here. But this card in this deck is about your values and fighting for yourself. Six of Wands is triumphing. And you could be being recognized for what you're doing here as well. The Six of Wands, that's part of the meaning for that. And I also got the glove from the Literary Witches deck, which it talks about status, being seen, that kind of thing. Not status as in rich or poor or whatever. But anyways, that's what I got.
I love how you got the Two of Cups and Colleen got the Lovers.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
really
there are
same,
similar
very
qualities
similar,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. KK said, I fought to keep my horses and keep my dream alive against the odds. I won't give up. Thank you, Allison.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Lovely.
Does anybody have a
And I
feeling?
did get the Ace of Swords with this horse. I'm sorry to interrupt, Cleo. I was just about to say that, and I didn't say it, and it was right here. And as soon as you said horse, my eyes went to it. This is about truth. This is the Ace of Swords, and that was clarifying your Six of Wands. I think you're going to work it out. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering if anybody had any feeling about the leaves falling off the tree that were actually feathers. If
Yeah,
that had,
they were feathers. Yeah.
does that have some significance? Does anybody feel anything about that?
That's shedding away. That's
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And by the way, on that card that I got, there's all the leaves have fallen off this tree. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Very interesting. Okay.
And what is your cat's name, Colleen?
Oh, that's Nyx. She's she runs the house. She just lets me use the studio occasionally to do shows.
It's very nice. It's very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Viviani is next in Untamed Spirit, and then Sonia, please let us know that you are here. So Viviani asked, may I have a message from my guides about what's ahead along my path, please? And KK said, Colleen, I've had many downloads on ways to use my spiritual gifts and talents as a career, but I've had a hard time deciding on which one to begin with. Your reading resonates.
Great.
You
Good.
know, and I've had a feeling with, I don't know if it's necessarily KK, but whoever's in this group, that they need to, excuse me, they need to work on their connecting with their spirit guides, because they need to be on here. They need to be on YouTube. And so that might be KK. You need to get involved with the psychic community on YouTube.
Nice. And I see our next readings are up too, so that's perfect. Best chatters. So Viviani, may I have a message from my guides about what's ahead along my path, please? Well, I'm going to start because my message is I have the Two of Wands, which is the card of looking out there and doubling your personal power and starting to do a bit of planning. Where do you want it to go? What would you like to have happen? Because there's so much possibility there. Then I have the Three of Cups. Get around people who support that. You figure out what this is, then surround yourself with people who are going to support you and cheer you on and pick you up when help you up. And then I have the Seven of Pentacles, which suggests your path is still growing, and nurture it without trying to rush it. So things are moving. You just and I like how this person has a hand that is actually on the plant that's growing. Do that with your path. What is it that you want to have happen? Spend your time and your energy and start to trust that that feeling. So that's what I have for you. Cleo, you're muted. She's been saying these beautiful things and she's muted.
It's okay. I've got somebody in the other room vacuuming, so I'm trying to get rid of that. But anyway, Viviani, I may have spoke too soon about with KK. I'm getting the same thing with you. That you have a gift, and Colleen is shuffling, or somebody's shuffling.
No, I'm not shuffling.
Okay.
I think Allison went away.
You have a gift, Viviani. You know that, and well, that's what's in your path. That's what's coming up. Is again possibly doing something on here, maybe getting your own channel, or maybe doing more.
Maybe she has her own channel.
Oh, do you?
I think. Gerald, do you know?
Yes, she does have her own channel, and she is doing readings with Val. She's doing Akashic Record readings with Val.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm picking up on all that.
Great. Yeah.
So that is just going to continue and to get better and better, and you're going to feel you're just going to retain a lot of knowledge about how to do what you're doing, and you're going to get good practice because you're doing it on here, so you'll have a regular time to be doing this stuff all the time. I mean, I have noticed the same thing with myself. When I first got on here, I was just like, well, this is no big deal. But then as time went by, I realized that it was actually helping me a lot by making, well, in my case, by making that connection with my spirit guides, by putting me on a different energy level. And that's part of what you're going to be doing in your path. So keep doing that and expand on it even further.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, I can go.
Go for it.
So, Viviani, I think what your guides want you to know is that they're very excited about what you're doing. They're very happy that you're really pursuing this, and that you have a big talent, and you have a lot of messages to bring to people. You have a lot of information to bring to people. And it's just like Cleo said, it's just a matter of doing more and more and more and more. And I mean, look at Cleo's path as a great template. You know, she did a lot of shows with a lot of different people before she ever put anything even streamed to her channel. And I think she's got a really positive response. I see you having already a really positive response with people. And God knows there are so many people out there that need to hear things, to hear positive things. The readers that are already on YouTube, that isn't enough. We need more. We need more people, more light workers to help everybody else, because so many people are waking up and asking questions that, we can't answer them all. There's just not enough hours in the day. So, come forward with your messages, reach out to as many people as you can, reach out to me. I mean, I'll have you on one of my shows too. I think everybody needs to share this, because it's the time that we live in, and we all need some help. So you're doing your life's work. You just need, I think, maybe a little encouragement to do it a little louder.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Allison.
Viviani, I got I pulled from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, which I absolutely love if anybody's looking for a great deck. And I pulled Sache, and she talks about grounding, which I'm sure you're doing. But continue to work on this, continue to do this regularly, especially with what you're getting into, what you're dealing with. This talks about there's so many things you can do for grounding. I'm sure you know that. Meditation, breath work, earthing, walking in soil, hugging a tree, sitting on the ground. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. There's so many different things that you can do. Clapping your hands, stomping. There's a lot of different things. But anyways, especially with what you're doing, when you're just kind of like out there, you need to come back and remember to be here and be human and all of that, which I'm sure you do. But a lot of people, myself included, aren't always the best at remembering to stay grounded, get grounded, do things that are grounding. So that's what I got.
Beautiful.
Good.
Yeah. And she said, I like to walk in nature and meditate.
Yeah, that's good. It's stay with it. It's just, I took it as kind of just like a reminder. Don't stop doing this, because a lot of us do that. We get really good about it, and then we become just human and kind of, or too woo woo, and not doing enough of the stuff, the maintenance.
Yeah. All right. Untamed Spirit, struggling to stay grateful. Do my guides have a message on how to make things better? And Viviani said, thank you, Allison.
Sure. I do. I've got something I could say right now. I don't even need to pull cards on it.
Go for it.
Every morning when you wake up, before you even get out of bed, go through in your mind as many things as you can think of off the top of your head that you have to be grateful for in your life. There's a lot. We all do. And that's a beautiful thing to do. It's a beautiful reminder. It puts you in the right mindset. And Yep. And I need to be better about it. Do I do it? I do. Do I do it every day? Nope. And I absolutely should. And it's a great practice to get into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'd be surprised at how many things you can come up with, even when things are crap, like there's stuff going on or there's something very hurtful or painful going on. There's a lot for all of us to be grateful for. So that's mine.
And being grateful for the bad things as well as the good things. And
Yes.
actually, if you can be grateful for if you're going through something that's a little uncomfortable or a lot uncomfortable, just be grateful and thank everybody for the experience that you're going through, because those kind of experiences are really what your spiritual growth stems from the
That's
worst
right.
things that have happened to you. And gratitude and being grateful and just I do it every single day because I know it works. It's a great thing to do. So yeah, you don't you don't have to struggle at it. Just start doing it. And sometimes if things are a little bit goofy and it feels uncomfortable, I've got this little theory about fake it till you make it. You're like, well, how could I be grateful at something that brings me down, or I just didn't want this thing to happen, and now you're telling me to be grateful for it? Absolutely. You start doing it that way, and then suddenly it'll come around and you'll go, oh, that's why I had to go through that. Now this great thing, it'll always result in a positive in the end. But gratitude is definitely the key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have one other thing that I can say too, actually, if that's all right.
Sure.
I don't do it every single day, but I do it most days. I have an ancestor altar set up that I connect with like every time before I read, and other times or in the morning. I put fresh coffee out every day, or most days. Most days, admittedly, I miss once in a while. I put fresh water out and there's candy, and I put other stuff out and whatever. And I connect with my ancestors, and I also call on my guides and everybody. I do a lot at that altar. That is a huge thing to get into. And I thank everybody for everything, and my spirit animals as well. They're represented there. There's a lot of things represented there. It's not exactly what you're asking, but yet it is, because I'm always thanking and I am grateful and I am giving gratitude and offerings and all that kind of thing. And it's a really beautiful, easy, for me anyways, practice to get into. And you do feel the connection. And if you slow down and you get quiet and you pay attention and you're present when you're doing it. So I just wanted to share that, because for me, because I'm very all over the place, that's been a great thing for me, for just giving gratitude, saying thank you, I honor you, I recognize you, all of that. And I do mention, and I talk to the archangels that I connect with the most as well. I connect with everybody there. It's my ancestor altar, but a lot goes on at that altar. So I just wanted to share that.
Yep.
That's great.
That is really cool. I think that's a really cool altar to
Thank
have.
you. And it's beautiful too. It's fun to decorate it and change it with the seasons. And I
Yeah.
have plants, and I'll put fresh flowers. You can do whatever you want. It's your thing. But and pictures of relatives that mean a lot to you, or whatever. There's always a candle burning. I do 7-day candle and then a new 7-day candle. And anyways, it's a beautiful thing to do. It's very grounding as well. So
Yeah.
I love
I have
that.
a lot of altars in my house, but I have never set aside one to just be an ancestors altar. That I really like that idea. I have a hallway, a very small hallway that connects a couple of rooms in my house. And in this hallway, which isn't very big, I have pictures of all of my ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I walk through that hallway, connecting from my bedroom to the bathroom, to the laundry room, to the kitchen, to the living room, I see pictures of, this one, and a whole bunch of other people, you know, that I'm related to. And so I think about them, and because I've had pretty good relationships with most of them, I realize every time I go by there, I may not be saying thank you for something specific. I'm just saying, oh yeah, hi, thanks for being here. It's
Yeah.
kind of a nice, but for Untamed Spirit, I just want to warn you, Are you getting a little bit sucked into a little bit of a victim thing here? Are you worried, like, why did this happen to me? Why is this happening to me? Why can't I have nice, shiny, cool things like the other kids? That's your ego trying to stop you from being the happiest, most joyful, exuberant, ebullient, spiritual being that you can be. And ego's not a terrible thing, but it's terrible when it stops you from being happy. And the gratitude things that Allison was talking about, excellent, excellent suggestions to do. Anything that you can do to focus on the positive. And if you're having trouble with staying grateful, then I'm guessing that you're feeling not grateful about a lot of stuff. So the things that Cleo said also about being grateful for even tough things that happen to you in your life. Those are tough things to see the positive side to, but we have to, or we don't evolve. So you do have to kind of find what are those few things that I can be grateful for. And I'm sure you've done this exercise, but it bears repeating. You know, I have a coffee cup. Gee, aren't I lucky? I'm very grateful for the damn cup. Yeah, I can make coffee in the morning. Yeah, I'm really grateful that I can make the stupid coffee in the morning. I have whatever you have. I have a pair of sneakers. I have a sweater. Start with the itty bitty things. And before you know it, you'll probably be laughing at yourself for doing it, which will raise your vibration. And then you will start being grateful for different things. And those other negative things will begin to fall away because they're just not important. And you're just not going to give them the power to suck out the happiness from your life. It's just not, they're not worth it. And those difficult things that have happened to you, those lessons that you've had to learn, maybe go back and revisit a couple of the really big ones and realize in big, bold letters in your brain, realize that was a good thing. That was a blessing because I learned XYZ, whatever you learned. That's a good thing to do too. So that's what I got.
I love this because I got the Page of Pentacles. Start small, keep doing it, do something a little bit at a time, because when you're doing that, it is going to connect you back to this intuitive power that you have. I adore the idea of an ancestor altar. I like mine. I'm also putting coffee on it once a week. That's the agreement that I've made. The other thing is do a glimmer globe. I put in a link in the chat that you're in about a glimmer globe. It is an important thing. I would suggest that. So, thank you. Love that. What good ideas for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay. Sonia is here, and then Funboy. I hope we can get to your question. And Untamed Spirits say, thank you. We'll get a glimmer globe. So there's a good thing. Is this mine? That's a good idea. Sonia, may I get a message from my angels and guides for the next 4 months? So, Sonia, you're going to spend a lot of the next 4 months overthinking things, overcomplicating things, getting emotionally distraught over things that are not yours to control. However, about 2 months in, things are going to start to shift because the way you're thinking is shifting. And don't be afraid to ask other people for help when you need it. because it feels very much like there's heavy stuff coming in your direction, Sonia. But you have the ability to, you can get through it. It'll be faster and with less pain if you ask the right people for help. That's what I have for you, Sonia. So
I can go.
go for it.
Sonia, I pulled from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, and I got Tanit. And this is talking about you being thirsty, is the word that's used here, for more pleasure. This is saying that it's time for you to. It's like you feel like you don't deserve some sort of pleasure or happiness, but by doing so or enjoying yourself in some sort of way, this is actually a way to heal. Laughing, experiencing love and joy is healing. And there's just saying that there's a lack of that here. So do what you enjoy. This is about pleasure, having, doing things, situations, whatever. I can't find the words right now. I could just read from the book, but I hate doing that. But that's what this means. So there's a lack of, this card doesn't mean, oh, pleasure's coming. This is saying this is what you need to seek out. This is what you need to do. You need to know that you deserve this. Yes, it's like happiness. This is about pleasure, which is a little bit different. So just doing things that are pleasing to you, that are good for you. A lot of times as moms, I don't know if you're a mom or not, I'm just giving an example. We put everybody else first and we don't really do a whole lot of stuff for ourselves. This is about saying, don't do that. And it's the beginning of the year. So that's a good time to maybe put yourself first, or at least in some way. If you're not doing that, I'm just going to stop talking. I can't find the words, but hopefully this is pretty straightforward what this means. This is about pleasure, finding pleasure in some sort of way in your life, making that a priority. That's what I got.
So, is it Sonia? Is that how we pronounce her name? Or
I'll be right back.
Yes.
Sonia. What I got from the get-go is you've been on a mission of some kind. When I say mission, it's something you're working towards, that you've been working towards for a while, and your guides are trying to work with you on this, and your angels trying to work with you on this, and I think because you've been entrenched in this, I keep going back to this mission thing, exactly what the mission is that they're going for, that mission. Whatever it is, it's important to you. I don't know if it's a job. I don't know if it's a hobby. I don't know if it's just getting together with friends. But no, it's not getting together with friends. That's not what it is. It's something that you've been working towards. Maybe something you've been working towards for your personal benefit. Maybe a spiritual thing. Maybe a creative endeavor. So your guides are with you on this, and you're headed in the right direction. And you've given yourself 4 months to explore this further. And I just would love to know what it was. That's okay. It's okay. But yes, you've got a great support team behind you. And I guess you guys have been through something like this before. So this is coming to, in the next 4 months, it's going to progress a lot. And it's going to be a positive thing. This is a good thing for you. It's a positive thing, and it's something you've been working on. And I'm starting to repeat myself. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. but that's what I've got. And I've got a lot of questions up here that I can't quite grab the answers that I'm looking for.
Sonia said, yes, I am.
Okay. Well, keep doing it. And you've got a great support team. Your angels and guides are right there with you. So whatever's going on, I think it's going to be coming to where everybody's, where it's going to, I can't think of the word. I'm sorry, Sonia. It's not something that completes because it's ongoing, but in the next 4 months, it's going to be very progressive. And I hope that helps. And I'm sorry for stumbling around, but I'm just trying to get it.
So your reading really wants to go out 6 months, not just 4 months. That's the problem.
Maybe.
Well, Sonia, the tarot cards that came up for you were looked like things might be challenging over the first over these 4 months, that you may feel challenged by people, or there may be competition for what you're trying to do in the Muggle world, and that you would worry about this somewhat. But then I pulled an oracle card for you, and the oracle card is pretty positive. And I really like the picture on it, so I'm going to show it. It's the Sisterhood of the Silk Road. And it reminds me a little bit of the Three of Cups, and it has a similar meaning, except that the Sisterhood of the Silk Road means that you're due for adventures, that you're due for busting out, for having fun, for enjoying the company of true friends, for going places where you haven't gone before. Now, that may not mean a physical trip. That may mean just delving into different topics that have been interesting for you, but you haven't really studied them or gotten involved with them. But something to branch out further than where you are now, because where you are now is a well-worn path. And even though you may have these challenges of some sort of competition or some worry about a little thing, these are things that you've done before, and you know how to climb those mountains. The Sisterhood of the Silk Road is saying, so climb a different mountain. Find something a little bit challenging, not just the same old, and see if that can help you branch out. And if you look at the first 4 months of the year, they do culminate with some pretty interesting astrology, with that eclipse in April. And then we have a couple of other really interesting things happening right after the eclipse. I think it's a full moon or something that is just really dynamic. So, which would be about 2 weeks after the eclipse. But no, there's some other. Oh, the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. That's what's happening in April. That's going to be really, really important. So I'm wondering if, because your question focused on 4 months, I'm wondering if that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction isn't going to hit your chart in a very meaningful way. So sounds like you need a good astrologer. Hint, hint. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you.
A good astrologer. Where might they find one?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Gerald. I happen to offer astrology on my website, thecoolcrone.com.
So there you go. And I have the last question. You guys can pop in on it if you'd like. Funboy has asked a question similar to this before. Are any of my haunted dolls dangerous to me, or are they all loyal? The last time you asked this, Betsy gave you a pretty clear response to that. The answer that I have for you, Funboy, is no. They are not dangerous, and it's time for you to not worry about what they're doing. You need to be working on the stuff that you're doing. So, because it's they're trying to settle, but don't make more out of it than it is. So, but there we go.
Okay.
So, any last minute thoughts from all of my amazing guests and readers? And so,
Well, I just want to say thank you once again for including me in your group. This has been very, very enjoyable for me. And I hope for the people in the chat that ask questions, I hope you got a good answer. And for the other chatters, I'm just so glad to see you. And yeah. Oh, Sonia wrote back.
yes.
Time for change. Need to go. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Yes, good. Okay. Okay, great,
There you
great.
go. That's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah. So just thank you so much. I always have a blast, and I'm very, very grateful to even be thought of to be asked. So thanks very much.
I'm glad you were available. So,
Yeah, me too.
all
Well, and
right.
now that Sonia has said that, I mean, that's exactly where this thing is going. And she's got it down. She's got her own timeline down to 4 months. So stick with it.
Yeah.
Good things happening there. Good things.
Yeah.
I did, Sonia. What I didn't say, I think these other readers came in. You have got what it takes to knock those things down. They're going to show up and you are going to go, nope, we're done with that. Nope, out. Out. So it's one of those things that, yeah, praying for the best. It's one of those things that it feels very empowering. You're going to see these things. You're going to recognize that they're challenging much sooner than you would have in the past. And that's going to take the wind out of their sails. So, but yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you. I've kept you all a little late. So I have to apologize for that, but thank you. And everybody make sure that you stop by and you see us again. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks for the
everybody.
question.
Bye.
I hope it was good for you. Bye-bye.